I'm back again. I don't have a lot of room on the memory card, so I'm going to keep it pretty short. I wanted to update you guys on what these parts look like that I put in evaporust about 24 hours ago. It's an amazing difference even after 24 hours, so I'm hoping that giving it an extra 48 to 72 hours on top of that will do something even more fantastic. So I'll start off with the Kickstarter. I put that in. It really didn't need to go in per se, but there was a little bit of rust right around the knuckle there, and didn't really come off, but that's okay because it's on the inside. Doesn't really matter. These are the two nuts from the back part of the exhaust. They cleaned up both pretty damn good. There's not a lot of rust in there. When I rinsed it, it definitely had some rust coming out of it, but it's all good now. I brushed it off. I just took an old toothbrush and ran it under the water and scrub-a-dub. Okay, cat, you need to get out of the way. Yes. Okay. So we'll move on to the muffler exhaust stuff. So here are the brackets that go around like so. And this one, same thing, except for the other side. No, other way. Just like so. Anyways, a lot of rust has come off of these. There's still clearly some work that needs to be done, but the less manual work I have to do, the better. I probably will take a wire brush to these at some point, but I'm going to wait until they're done soaking in the evaporust. And it's the same thing for this thing. So this sits over top like that, and then those collar pieces go here, and then this fastens it to the actual motor. Yeah, not rusty at all. It's really, really pitted actually, but maybe I can get some of the rust out of the pits and stuff like that, and then paint it with a high temperature black paint, and then cure it, which will require sticking it in my oven. But we'll see if I get to that or not, because if I do that, then I have to do the other side, or else it's going to look stupid. Here's the exhaust. There's lots of carbon buildup in there. I don't think the evaporust is going to do anything about that, but you can see that it's still significantly rusted and pitted here. Not as bad as what it was. You can kind of see the line where I had it soaking. I had to move it a couple of times here and there, just because it was kind of in my way, but I think if I let this soak for the rest of the weekend, and then come back to it on Monday, take a wire brush to it, get off what I can, and then give it a quick polish or something, I think that would be okay. But yeah, so I've only really done this portion. I have not... You're in the way again. Scoop. I have not even attempted this part yet. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, just because I don't think it's a good idea to have the inside portion, because there's baffles in here. And if they're all rusty and I put it in the evaporust, well, my baffles will be gone. So I don't know if I want to risk that. And the other issue is if I fill it up with water or a liquid, how do I get it out? So anyways, if anybody has some other ideas, I might just take a wire brush to this and then just let it soak in like a Rubbermaid tote lid or something. and then have it facing downwards into it, so then it's not going into the end. But if anybody has any other better ideas, let me know in the comments. And that's pretty much it for the 200. I did want to do an update just briefly on the 450. So my battery cut out as I was kind of finishing up. I kind of gave up with the whole putting the clutch together. And torquing down that locking nut, but I took one more crack at it afterwards and I ended up getting it. So I took a bigger C-clamp. I did try putting it into gear and stuff like that, and it didn't help at all. Maybe if it was in the bike it would, but it didn't help me since it's on a workbench. But yeah, and I took a C-clamp, and I took a bigger piece of that rubber so then it wasn't flinging all over the place and swinging side to side. And yeah, so I managed to get it all done. So this is what it looks like as the final product. So we got our little bearing here. Make sure that still moves. I gotta put some grease in there. But other than that, we got our springs compressed and it's all even. These do bottom out, and that's the way you want it. And then you've got all your clutch discs here. And yeah, so everything's all oiled up, ready to go. I still gotta get this chain. I'm waiting for a quote, if I could even get the part. I'm hoping I can just get a brand new one, and then that way I don't have to